Oh, welcome ladies and gentlemen, this is Zero from TechDragon.info, and today we are going to take a look at the test server. The 8.8 test server is up and running. So, we are going to have to split this up in a couple of videos, otherwise it's going to be a quite long video, because there's a couple of things I really want to dive into. First and foremost being the super purging, of course. So I'm probably gonna make, let's see, about 4, 5 if you include this one, separate videos on this update. So that way I can go in a little bit more detail without the video being 4 hours long. So I'll put this all in the playlist and I'll put a link towards that playlist, so if you want to you can still watch them all in one go, or you can just watch the sections you're interested in. Okay, with that done, said and done I guess, we will take a look at the actual changes. First off, let me go team training, create a room. Let's see, there are 3 new, let's go down first, 3 new maps that are not entirely new. We have Serene Coast that is coming back. I really like the look of this map. I do have a replay already for it, so separate video about the map, so won't see it right now. But I can tell you that the camping area here has changed drastically. This here is now a bridge, you can actually go underneath. This is still a railroad that is slightly elevated compared to the rest of the terrain. So it's still, you know, you can hide behind it from people on the other side, but I really like what they've done with it. This is a lot flatter now, it's not one big hill, but there's like a pathway running through here between all kinds of hills. Like ditches, gullies, little cliff walls, something like that. It's kind of hard to explain, but I'll show you in a different video. It's actually quite neat. I kind of like it, what they did with it. So that one's returning. The next one that's returning is Komarin. Komarin, which has been so long. Wow, I can't even remember when this one's in, but I am actually part of the people who actually played this map when it was still in rotation. I've been playing for that friggin' long, I guess. I always enjoyed this map. Very different playstyle. I don't know, no, I guess the spawn zones are now here. Previously the spawn zones were offset to like the side here and the side here, while the bases were here and here. So like, what's that map called? One of the new maps. Previous new map. You don't spawn on the actual base, but it seems that they've changed that back and you do actually spawn on the bases. So, and the next one I'm actually quite interested in to see is, should have done this one when I was at S already. That's that, swamp. And they've added a lot of water in the middle here. Previously when this one was in rotation, I have to say it was probably my favorite map. I really like it. You had multiple flanks to push, you had a lot of room in the middle to maneuver, to hide behind these hills, to go around, to flank. Of course you have 2, you know, actual choke points because they're bridges, so you could cover those from the side or even from the base. Or actually on this ridge line here and this one here were pretty good spots to snipe those directions. Here is more than likely going to be artillery, and in the back here. Same for here and possibly here, although it's a bit far forward. But yeah, looking forward to that map. And then the last new map is, right, sorry, I'm trying to figure it out, but I'm stupid, it's right underneath. Tundra, however you want to pronounce it. Which looks like an interesting map. Seems to be a lot of water on it, I mean like a river going through it. I haven't actually seen the map yet, so I can't give too much details on it, but based on this, the bases are quite close to each other, but I'm guessing that there's quite how to put it, the flanks are quite wide, like you can go all the way around here in the back, and the same goes for here, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Like I said, I haven't seen it. So that's it for the maps, and then they've added an encounter mode to Mountain Pass. Let's take a quick look at that. Mountain Pass encounter mode. I don't know. I feel like the red team has the advantage. Well, in this case, the red team, because you can cut them off relatively quickly, while your other team can go around here, over here, and technically all the way around. So it seems the red team just has the advantage because you can cut these people off here very quickly. I mean, all you have to do is move forward and you already have a line of sight to cut them off so they can't get to here and here. Of course you can go around and fight from that way and all the way around, but and of course this corner is going to be heavy fighting. I don't know, it seems to me to be a bit unfair, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm not sure how that's going to play out. Anyways, without further ado, that was it for the maps. Let's take a look at the tech trees. On the Russian tech tree, we'll get into this more as well, separate video. Just showing what's changed. We have a new 3 medium tanks here. Then it goes back into the T54, so you can pick either line. And then you have the choice between two, the T62A and the Object 140. Pretty interesting tank. Obviously I haven't tested these out. I will, and I will possibly do a review of this tank and 1 or 2 of these, maybe all of them. We'll have to see. Just make probably one video about all of them. So yeah, there seem to be some interesting tanks there. Yeah, gotta watch out for those in the battlefield. Then for the Germans, we have a couple of changes here. We have the DW2, which is a new tier 4 heavy. We have the VK3001H, which is a tier 5 heavy, and the VK3601H, which is a tier 6 heavy. So a lot has changed in this little section here. A tier 4 heavy on the German side, of course, is completely new. A tier 5 is new, and a tier 6 is new. But it does make sense because now you can actually go a heavy line that leads into the Tiger. I have tested this one out briefly. Oh, by the way, holy crap, what a gun selection. I think it's 7 of them, but this seems to be the best gun. Unless you want to go derp. That's like your only other option. It's that one or the Konish gun, which is pretty damn good for the tier, but different video. Not right now. And I will put descriptions or pop-up thing imaging on the video so you can click through if you want to see this section. As for the Americans, nothing has really changed. Oh, one thing I do want to show off. If we go here, you can now actually see a little icon on this gun. That means it's a autoloader. If you hover over it, you can actually see 4 shells in the magazine. 2 times of 1 shell loading, that means seconds, so 2 seconds between the shots. And 25 times of complete loading, that means the clip reload is 25 seconds. So you can now actually see those things on the autoloaders, how fast they reload, how big the clip size is, and the fact that they are autoloaders. So I want to go to the British real quick. No, I actually don't have to. Take a look. Almost nobody knows this. The stock gun on the 87 is autoloader, but because everybody has this gun researched, nobody ever pays attention to it. I mean, it's a complete garbage gun for the tier, but it's an autoloader. What the hell? I really wish they would have given a little bit better gun, you know, at least this one or something. That would have been workable, but this one is just, without gold, not even workable. So, but just a little fact there that almost nobody seems to know. Okay, let's move on. We've had the Germans. Of course, the Germans have also changed with the engine power and all that. Again, we'll get into that in a separate video. There are some new Chinese premium tanks that people can test, but only super testers can see those, so don't look for them. You won't be able to find them. There's also some Chinese, Japanese, and Soviet tanks coming in. I'm guessing premium tanks. Again, just for super testers. Now, one of the major things this patch, super purging changes. I will do a separate video on it, but it's not looking good. Yeah, not too happy with that. They've added some new protection from accidentally selling your tank. You can see here, confirm sale. You actually have to type in the amount that the tank costs. Well, what you're gonna get back for it. In order to... It's your total amount, by the way. In order to sell it, which is kind of annoying, because how the hell do you accidentally sell a tank? But, oh well. We got that protection. They have removed the dismiss option from the crew member menu. Then again, who wanted to dismiss the crew anyways directly there? They have added missions. I'm kind of sad that they didn't put in any test missions. I kind of find it ridiculous, actually. We're supposed to test this crap and they don't even put in missions. I mean, I know the missions work, but we need to test this interface and there are no missions, so it's kind of stupid, but oh well. It's in here. If you're wondering what the missions are, the current kill 30 people in one day and gets 300k money, that's a mission. The event thingy for the weekend with kill, what was it? No, do 25,000 damage in medium tanks, that was a mission. Those things will actually show up in here and they will show you the progress, so it's quite nice to have. Gives you something to do in tanks if you're bored or whatever. Gives you a goal. They have significantly improved the quality of, get it real quick, AA, anti-aliasing. So they've removed any and all other options, so you basically, you have FX, AA, or nothing. You don't have different levels anymore. They've completely taken that out. So that's what you have to live with. I'll again get back to that in one of the videos when I actually have some gameplay, but it seems to look fine. While we're in here, if you go to the volume tab and go to the bottom, voice messages in battle, you can set it to standard or national. Now, I'm not actually quite sure what will play through it, but I guess you will hear it because I don't have my speakers on, so I have no idea what they're currently saying. So yeah, you will actually hear your crew members in the language that the tank is, from. The next thing that they've added is the reverse inversion. That sounds a bit double. Oh man, that's screwy. What this means is when you go in reversing your tank, you can invert your controls. Now, if you're used to the current controls, do not check this. You will screw yourself over and get very lost going backwards. If you're currently getting lost all the time when you're reversing, you might want to check that and it will correct your steering. Nothing new here, nothing new on the markers. They have fixed some problems with matchmaking. They don't really specify what was wrong with it, but it's always good that they do. I think I have a clue, but I'm not entirely sure. It seems that the balance of the matchmaker is sometimes off, where one team gets like all the heavies and the other team gets none. I'm hoping that's the kind of balance they fixed, but I'm not sure. One of the things that I really like is that when you are on the losing team, but you get battle, hero, epic, or platoon achievements, you get 1.5 times the credits and experience. That is the same multiplier as winning. So if you do really well but you lose, you actually still get the same amount of experience and credits as you would have gotten if you would have won. Thank you, Wargaming, that is awesome. It happens so often that you get, well, not Top Gun, doesn't happen that often, but when you get Top Gun or you get 5 kills, in case of 5 kills you're still gonna get shit, but if you get Top Gun and you lose, that is so incredibly sour. So it's nice that you just get rewarded as if you won now. And another major change that I'm so bloody happy with is that changed the calculation to see who rammed who. If a light tank that goes 50 miles an hour hits a heavy tank that's standing still, the light tank pays the bloody bill, not the heavy. Yes! Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was getting so sick of teammates ramming me, and it's always those fast light tanks that do that when you're just moving. always the fast light tanks, and I always had to pay the bloody bill. Well, no longer. So I'm really happy with that. There's some really good minor tweaks in this patch, besides all the big ones. At the heavy spall liner, as you can see now, I also have plus 50% protection of the crew from injuries. So having a spall liner on here actually gives you the same percent chance to also not take damage to your crew. That makes spall liner even more worth it. In this case, of course, it's a super heavy, but the percentage grows with the tank. So if you have a lighter tank with a heavy spall liner or a medium or whatnot, then you get the same deal. Same percent as the spall liner is what you get as crew protection, which is pretty damn nice. They fixed some things in the after battle screen. They added the automatic firing option when you hold down your fire button. They fixed that if you use auto aim and you want to disengage auto aim, that you can click anywhere and it will disengage. They've reworked some effects. One major thing is, and I'm gonna say this ahead of time, my game might crash or get stuck, and it's very glitchy, but they've completely reworked the service record. So here we go, it might crash. And it seems to be stuck. Yeah, they've completely fracked this up. Okay, there we go. It finally loaded. So, as you can see, you can now actually see all your stats a lot better. This page is so incredibly glitchy. It even lags out my mouse and stuff. It's really bad. The text underneath this one is barely readable. It's quite poorly done, I have to say. They need to space this out a bit more so they can have, you know, a little bit bigger text, because this is just unreadable. I do like it, they're heading in a good direction, but they need to fix some stuff here. But I do like the fact that you can see a lot more of these stats now. You can hover over things and actually see what they are. Masteries, or experience, yada yada yada. So, personal rating, based on blah blah blah, so you can compare yourself to other people. So, it's all nice. I'm not going to the awards page because that almost every single time completely kicks me out of the game. Let me go to statistics. That one does seem to load. So here you have a lot more information again. You can see which nation you play the most, which tier you play the most, which type of tank, how many people you've destroyed, average number of enemy vehicles destroyed per battle. I think it's rounded down, but I'm not sure. Maximum destroyed, it's either rounded down or doesn't work. The same with spotting. So I think there's something wrong with that. They either need to fix it or put a comma in there and show the stats behind the comma. I haven't clicked vehicles yet, so this is going to be exciting. Is it going to kill my game? No, it's not. So here we pretty much have the old list just refreshed, but this is what it looked like before. And I need to get more mastery badges. So many tanks are so close. Then again, I don't own most of these anymore. No, they now have a option to just show the ones you actually have in your garage. Cool. That is nice. Kinda missed that option. It's nice to have. Okay, they've put the awards on a separate page. So yeah, looking pretty nice here. Back to the garage here. Let's see, have we missed anything? Well, they've added a couple of small things that are not really, interesting at all to mention. So I think that pretty much covers it for the overview video. Like I said before multiple times, we will get into more detail about the specific things in separate videos, but this one is already 20 minutes long, so I'm going to wrap this up. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, click the links you've seen in this video, because I will make more videos. It might take a day or two before they're all up there, but just check back and you will see them. So, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, check the other ones, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.